Good evening, race fans, and welcome aboard here at California. This track offering a wide amount of grooves and a lot of potentially good racing here tonight. Last year we saw the inside line prove to be the dominant line, and Diego Yepes with a big upset win, winning for the Hydro organization and obtaining his first win in the Hardee National Series. And the front row consisting of a few teams we don't see conventionally up front. Flying Aces Racing and Rouch Family Racing here. With Jacob Hart and Blaze McKinney leading the front row, the green flag is going to wave, and we're going to be racing here under the lights. Already in turn number 1, Daytona winner Brandon Cresta already on the move there. Gonna take that runner-up spot away, just breeze past Baker and Blaze McKinney is the 3 wide, several rows deep. And that's really gonna come to show the aggression early on. Cresta already making a move down to the inside. This car already with a great launch on the start. And now side by side for the lead off of turn number 4. Jacob Hart though, huge run off the corner. And now they're going to be side by side to end the opening lap. Jacob Hart's going to lead the way, but Brandon Cresta, though, going down to the bottom of the racetrack, committed to the left side, is going to send it into turn number 1, and he is going to take the lead with ease, and comes to show the momentum from Daytona transferring over here at California. Angel up to 3rd, Joseph Strigley on the move to 4th. Really, we're going to see a lot of comers and goers in this race, a lot of big names. Starting near the back half of the field, Matthew Rodriguez, Ross Jackson, Daniel Day, he did really well. Daytona, Blaze McKinney already dropping backwards down the order, but you already see how aggressive these drivers are going to get early on. Hannah Allen didn't qualify too well. Kev Shear, there is Dejan Weeks, Corey Williams. All these guys are looking to make themselves go upwards in this pack, and with quick efficiency, that's going to be their mission in this race, because we still got a long ways to go. 63 laps of action here at California, and well, there could be a lot of twists and turns that could go in any direction here, as Joseph Strigley now looking to take the runner-up spot away from Jacob Hart, but Hart shuts the door. Jack Halleck though on a charge, he's looking to take 4th away from Sean Angel, but Cody Lamas is putting the pressure on the number 74 as Bradley Bishop Jr. ducks underneath the Lynxie's machine, and you can tell the mid-pack already getting a little bit antsy here. Joseph Strickland though going at it again for 2nd in the Canuck machine, and he's gonna take it with ease. And Joseph Strigley, great run at Daytona, looking to also transfer that momentum into California as well, as now the drivers that run 1st and 2nd in last weekend's race, or really 2 weeks ago in this case, now running together 1 and 2. Dejan Weeks started in this race 35th on the grid. Him and Kev Shear. Shear started 37th actually. These guys already cracked the top 20 by lap number 5. And they have just been very smart with their moves as Weeks goes to the inside. John Hart making it 3 wide behind him. Shear in the middle with Matthew Rodriguez trying to follow along the flex tape machine. There's Hannah Allen in the number 17, the Rodriguez trio. All kind of just bundled up together. Ooh, man, Hannah Allen really dove it in there on her former car there. And off of turn number 4, you're going to see Dejan try and go at it on Sean Angel, but not really able to do anything. But in terms of Jacob Hart, he is on the attack, or really getting attacked from Jack Halleck's number 74. Here comes Noah Hart to make it 3 wide into turn number 1. And that's going to be a very aggressive maneuver there. BBJ stuck in the middle, and Hart, Jacob Hart that is, shoved way up to the top side. And here comes RJ Bishop to follow in suit. Tim Fiegel in the 43. And there is Jack Porkins in the 41. Cracking into the top 10, Julio Caesar is running in the 12th spot, getting pressured by John Arts, number 34. Bobo Jones, Matthew Rodriguez, we mentioned him. These guys, a lot of good cars on the track, but now the battle for the lead's gonna heat up between Strigley and Cresta. 2 youngsters going at it down the front stretch, and Strigley, huge momentum off of turn number 4, gonna send it into turn number 1. And will Joseph Strigley get the spot? Really good roll in the center and able to really clear him off the corner. And Joseph Strigley now to the race lead. He wants to have some fun in the action as a result, and Crest is actually going to drop back here, because here comes Jack Halleck to the inside. What a run off of turn number 2, and Jack Halleck now up to the runner-up spot. BBJ looking to close in on the 8, and just like that, Brandon Cresta loses 2 spots within 2 corners. And now it's Joseph Strigley's time to shine here at California. Strigley going a little bit higher, but Halleck going a little bit lower off of turn number 4, and here he comes. Ooh, what a good exit by Jack Halleck, and now he's gonna make a move down to the inside. What a run from the 74, and the Hydra team's looking to repeat here at California. And Jack Halleck did not lead the lap this time around, but I can assure you he's probably going to lead this one, because he just made a great pass into turn number 1, took advantage of the momentum off of turn number 4, and now he's in the race lead. Bradley Bishop Jr. and Brandon Cresta not too far behind. BBJ's going to make a dive to the inside, and Joseph Strigley's going to probably shut the door. Looks like he's going to be able to, but BBJ, though, able to get his foot on the gas off of turn number 4, and down the front stretch they're gonna go side by side, and Brandon Cresta trying to find some clean air is gonna draft right behind Joseph Strigley's number 22, but really comes to show how strong these race cars can be and how they can really suck up to each other in a way. And Brandon Cresta files down to the inside, is gonna abandon Joseph Strigley on the top. And here comes RJ Bishop in the number 71. Had some very good runs in the 99 last year, and now he's looking to try and showcase what he's got on a full-time basis with Turner Performance Racing. And right now he's doing a very good job as a rookie. Tim Fiegels leered his way inside the top 10, looking for a little bit more. In the top 5, there's Noah Hart, Jack Porkins, Bobo Jones, Jacob Hart. But right behind him, though, the battle for 11th heats up. Hannah Allen, Matthew Rodriguez, and there's a 3-wide tussle-up right behind him with Cody Lamas, Dejon Weeks, and Sean Angel all going at it. And here comes Blaze McKinney down the bottom. Kev Shear trying to fill in the gap, and Daniel Day with an excellent run off of turn number 2. And all of these guys just tandeming down the backstretch, trying to help one another, but also gain 1 spot at a time. I guess another big question is, what will tire wear have in store for these drivers? Who will use their stuff and who will not as much? Tire saving is pretty prevalent for a reason in racing in general. We haven't really seen the tires wear down quite yet, but you see Hannah Allen getting around Jacob Hart. Jack Porkins on a mission here to take a spot away from Noah Hart, and looks like he's going to put himself up to the 6th position. But now they're all trying to chase down Jack Halleck's number 74. Couple drivers really struggling so far in the early half of this race. Scott Roush is running 25th. Ooh, shoved William Brock out of the way. And Diego Yep is not looking too hot as well in 24th. And I'll make that 25th since Roush was able to pass him. But Lane Sanders not looking too pretty as well. Edward Zienda. A lot of drivers looking that they might have missed the setup on their cars, but I think a lot of them are hoping for a caution or maybe some adjustments once they hit to pit road later on in the run. But these guys not looking too good. There you see the outside pole sitter of Blaze McKinney just outside the top 20. There's Daniel Day, Corey Williams, who's really not been able to get much done in that number 14 so far in this race. Charles Samper, ooh, making it 3 wide there, almost ran in the back of Julio Caesar's number 28, and Caesar was up to 11th at some point, but looks like the tires are starting to kick in. Right now, Dejon Weeks now coming closer and closer to the top 10. Cody Lamas on a mission right now. He's been moving forwards in that number 4 machine. Matthew Rodriguez also trying to close in on Tim Fiegels' number 43 to get himself inside the top 10. Hannah Allen's had a very quiet run so far, running in the 8th spot. She's been able to pass Noah Hart at some point in this race and trying to close in on Jack Porkins. So this 17 car may not be the fastest car on the grid, but might be a very good long run car. So keep an eye out. Bobo Jones is another driver to keep an eye out as well. His car's kind of come to life. He has caught the back end of RJ Bishop's number 71, but really all these guys are single file. They're all trying to catch that number 74, and right now Halleck's putting on a dominating pace with a 0.65 second gap. Strigley gonna make a move down the bottom of Brandon Cresta's number 8, and this is for 3rd. RJ Bishop, where will he go? And he's actually gonna go to the middle of the racetrack, and Bobo really sent it underneath the 71, immediately arced his way down to the inside. What a beautiful apex was Bobo's car. That was some beautiful driving there, and Jack Porkins is just right behind him, witnessing the action commence. And now Bobo's gonna make it 3 wide into turn number 3, gonna send it in the corner. Joseph Striglio gonna fight back, as well as RJ. And RJ, will he be able to get around that number 9 car with the outside momentum in his favor? He's gonna try and find some clean air, maybe draft behind the 22 here. And right now, they have not been able to make much progress on that 74. BBJ just stuck in second. And Strigley gonna hold his ground on the top side, able to hold him off in turns number 1 and 2. The inside is actually very strong in the preferred groove in that corner, but Joseph Strigley pinched him down towards that white line, able to get a run, and now having a run at Brandon Cresta's money into turn number 3. And Joseph Strigley gonna try and send it this time around. Bobo's all over the back end of the 22, but Strigley able to make it stick off of turn number 4 this time. And now he is going to be side by side for third, while BBJ though has actually caught Jack Halleck. He actually gained 4/10 that time around, so what a blistering lap time from the 45 of 40.4 to a 40.9. So this 45 car might have just come to life. I think Halleck might have used his stuff, but even so, this is a great opportunity for Hydra to take big notes here in terms of their race pace. And Bradley Bishop Jr. though looking to really spoil Jack Halleck's party. Bobo Jones though having the time of his life, battling it out with Brandon Cresta, RJ Bishop, just watching these two duke it out. And there you see Hannah Allen has started to put her ways upwards towards this group of cars, and now gonna try and side draft Jack Porkins down the front stretch. RJ gonna send a move down to the inside. Ooh, a little bit of a risky move into turn number 1. Bobo's gonna get plenty of space though. And RJ, can he get the center off? He's got the dirty air Cresta, but able to really get the foot on the gas off the corner. And RJ is going to take the spot away from Bobo Jones. Noah Hart, though, now feeling the pressure from Cody Lamas' number 4 car, Dejan Weeks. Not too far behind, there's John Hart and Matthew Rodriguez, so a waddle of Cup guys all closed in on each other and close together, it seems, in this race. So the Cup guys seeming a little bit inseparable right now, but Bobo now feeling the pressure from RJ, and RJ though not able to really get the sufficient momentum off of turn number 4 to attack that JBL machine. But back up front though, Jack Halleck though, 0.41 is the distance between him and the 45. Bradley Bishop Jr. continuing to put the pressure on Jack Halleck, and look at the momentum he got off of turn number 4, able to catch up to him in such a heartbeat. And now here comes BBJ down to the bottom of the racetrack for the race lead. And look at how strong that 45 car is in this run. Into turn number 1, they're gonna go. Bradley Bishop Jr. with a huge amount of momentum, gonna bring that car to the lead off of turn number 2. Can he clear the number 74? And looks like Halleck actually might have just let him by there. He's gonna file in right behind him, but even so, what a run off of turn number 4. Halleck, oh, he's slowing down a little bit here. Either that, he's probably going to pit this time, so we're going to get ourselves some green flag pit stops. And now we're going to see the pit crews in action. Halleck, the first car in, Strictly not too far behind, and you see a massive wad of cars following in line. You see Bobo Jones, Strictly, Cody Lamas, Brandon Cresta, Matthew Rodriguez, there's Tim Fiegel, there's also Daniel Day. Here's the other drivers, Cal Farrell, the 2, loads more. I could really name everybody at this rate, but you see them, they're all gonna pit this time, and the matter at hand is how long these drivers are going to stay out on the track. Will the overcut be the way to go, or will the undercut be the method to win this battle off of pit road? There goes BBJ, there goes RJ Bishop, a huge gap behind the 45, so plenty of leeway for BBJ to make a little bit of a mistake if they have to, and to make some swings. And for a lot of these drivers near the mid-pack in the back, this is also an opportunity to make some big adjustments to their cars so that they can hone themselves for a better run in the second half. And we haven't quite reached the halfway point of the event here. You see Yep is coming off pit road. Brandon Cresta is still in pit road, so really slow stop. Something amiss with the 8 car, and I don't know what happened with the pit crew, but we saw Cresta up front, and now that's not going to be the case. He's going to be filed way in the back now. As a result, disastrous stuff from the 18 Corey Williams, staying out an extra lap or two, maybe hoping for a caution, but now bringing his car down pit road. But here comes Joseph Strigley and Halleck. Both of them came out really well, but Strigley had an excellent stop on the 74. And here goes Strigley down to the bottom of the racetrack. Inside, he's gonna inherit the spot away. And now the real question is, will BBJ beat these two cars off of pit road? There's Strigley down the backstretch, they're gonna go. Here comes Halleck as well, and watch the 22 on your screen. There he is, he's gonna zoom past the 45. And a great opportunity for Joseph Strigley to take the lead, but BBJ trying to get up to speed in the 45 car, but not quite able to, and Joseph Strigley's gonna cycle off as the leader for now. Corey Williams, I don't think he's gonna have it by a long shot, so right now the 22 car is going to be your leader. Fisher Motorsports, great momentum last year, transferring it over to this year, and right now Joseph Strigley proving to have a stake in this year in the number 22. Bradley Bishop Jr. able to get around Jack Halleck for the second spot, and now gonna try and close in on Joseph Strigley for the top spot here into turn number 1. He's got a huge run in the corner. Halleck's gonna make it 3 wide, and 3 wide for the race lead. They're all gonna go, and for 4th on back, this is just what they want to see. They want to see these guys go at it, and Bradley Bishop Jr. is gonna end up on top, and Strigley the mere victim of circumstance due to the aggression of those two drivers, and that is a resolve from both of those two, and you gotta admire the resolve all these drivers have. The pursuit to win has really showcased here, and it's only lap number 28. Bradley Bishop Jr. though leading the way this time around. Halleck stuck in second, but Strigley gonna go to the inside to take it away. Bobo Jones has caught the 3 of them, as it's gonna be a 4-way battle for the race lead. Strigley down the bottom, Halleck stuck in the middle groove this time around, and Bobo Jones closing his way in. This 9 car has been quick. They've been quick throughout the weekend, and right now Bobo's looking very good. It comes to show if you have very good equipment, we could see a driver shine here, and Bobo Jones is a great case to really demonstrate what he's got behind a Rodriguez racing car. Now they're going to make it 3 wide, and Halleck's going to love what he sees as he's going to hold on to the second spot for the time being. And Jack Halleck, though, he's been leading a lot of laps in this race, and right now with a splendid run in the making on the Pennzoil Ford. And Bobo Jones now going to take the 3rd slot away and follow right in front of Joseph Strigley. Halleck's got a good run on Bradley Bishop Jr., and he's going to make a move down in the bottom of the track once again. Here comes Halleck down to the inside. This is the best we've seen Jack Halleck all day. On the first half, he pulled away, but now that car's still living up to the expectations they had in the first half. And looks like he's been very happy with that race car. He's going to take it away with ease. Bobo Jones, huge run down the backstretch. Going to send it into turn number 3, but backs off at the last minute, and here comes Bradley Bishop Jr. to fight back and claw in the outside groove. And Halleck now to the point. Bobo Jones, good run off of turn number 4, and Joseph Strigley on the outskirts of that top 3, and look not too far behind them, Dejon Weeks and Kev Shear. Don't sleep on those 2 CM drivers just yet, because right now with these guys battling it out, they have been able to really close in on the gap exponentially here in the second half of this race. Jack Halleck, though, now trying to fend off Bobo Jones, but Jones with the huge run down the backstretch into turn number 3 is going to sail it into the corner, and Bobo Jones side by side, neck and neck off of turn number 4. Halleck trying to give way, but trying to give him plenty of room, but now down the front stretch they're going to go side by side across the line, and Halleck's going to eke him out just barely over that number 9 car, but Joseph Strigley now trying to take 3rd away from Bradley Bishop Jr., but Bobo Jones just going to cruise it into turn number 1, takes the lead with ease, and now Jack Halleck going to have to wait for another opportunity to attack that number 9 car, but now Strigley on the defensive line this time around as Bradley Bishop Jr. tries to pull a crossover on that number 22, and this comes to show the intensity this front pack has and how persistent these drivers are. But you see Weeks and Shear closing on each other, working together on to catch the top 4. These guys are on a mission right now, and oh, they have caught Bradley Bishop Jr. in a heartbeat. Let's see the distance now. They are now within winner's reach to steal this race away if they get there in time. And I think we expect one more pit stop as well, so we're going to have to see how the adjustments will be made for these drivers and cars alike once we get to the final stretch in this race. But Dejan now making a move underneath Bradley Bishop Jr. Jr. shuts the door and is going to be able to eke him out. Kev Shear going to have a run on the top side here to try and capitalize on Dejan's misfortunes. And he's going to be able to take the spot without much, really not much effort there, just to show how strong the CM cars are. And Kev Shear was with the Red Stallion team for a while and moved over to different pastures with CM Racing, and certainly found his groove here so far, running in the top 5 here. A grand run for the Zero team. Daniel Day looking to replicate a top 10 here tonight. Right now, just past Sean Art's number 34, and Daniel Day, that driver, you know, after a massive crash in Hawaii and his tenure at Monster Energy, a little bit forgettable to say the least. He is showing his worth here in the Hardee's National Series, driving for the Texan team, battling it out inside the top 10. Matthew Rodriguez also closing in on these guys as well, but you see here the CM duo just now going at it. Dejan Weeks gonna make it 3 wide into turn number 1 underneath both the 0 and the 45. And Bradley Bishop Jr. at the end is going to be the big loser off of turn number 2. But Bobo Jones, though, now trying to pull a gap on Jack Halleck and Joseph Strictly. These 3 cars single file while the rest are going at it here as Dejan Weeks now again making a move down the bottom, but backs off there. Going to wait another time. And Daniel Day getting shoved way up the hill there as John Art's going to try and get aggressive here in this run. There is RJ Bishop, Corey Williams, there's Cody Lamas. These guys are trying to get into the top 10, and RJ Bishop's gonna thread the needle. He's gonna go through the middle in between Porkins and Rodriguez, and RJ looking very good out there, running like a veteran out here tonight at California. And there's Charles Sanford. We haven't really talked about the home native. He is running in the top 15, just past Hannah Allen. And a big wad of cars behind. Scott Roush, Noah Hart, William Brox inside the top 20. Great effort for the Shade Benyako team. This is just what they expected, or really the expectations for new teams like them. Old CM equipment, and right now they are running inside the top 20 with Julio Caesar on tow, as well as the pole sitter of Jacob Hart. Shade Eves is another driver that had the start in the back, and he too has been struggling throughout the entirety of this race. And there's Brandon Cresta closing in on the 2 Hydra cars, and Peter Onjek stuck in a 3 wide scenario. James Ellison gonna look to make it 4 wide in the back half, and what a move by James Ellison. Peter Onjek backs off of it, and Shade Eves also as well, but what an aggressive move by James Ellison. I know that's not the runs they really wanted whatsoever, but even making the race is a good feat for the CS3 team, and they just got past a couple of teams that usually are ahead of them, and now he's going to make a move down the inside of Edward Ziemba, and Ziemba, they're really just horrible here. They missed the setup completely here. Carter Friesen in 31st, Lane Sanders in 30th. Cole Baker's also been falling backwards here. Diego Yepes in the 77. There's Jake West in the 16. And William Brock getting passed by Tim Fiegel's number 43. And some cars coming to life in the second half of the event, but right now, though, the top 4 are really just on their own different zip code right now. Joseph Strigley's cars have really fallen off, as now BBJ is starting to catch him, as well as Daniel Day, John Art, and Matthew Rodriguez in the number 20. So really, these guys are starting to really showcase the long-run pace they've had and the right adjustments made on those race cars, and some might be going backwards and some are going to be going forwards, and that really comes to show the nature of green flag runs. But the CM cars, though, they have caught the top 2 here. Kev Shear and Dejan Weeks, they have just started to put a lot more pressure on Bobo Jones and Jack Halleck. And speaking of pressure, here comes Kev down to the inside, on the inside of Halleck, and Halleck has to give space because look how strong that 0 car is. And Kev looking to see if he can get to the runner-up spot. He's going to look for a lot more here, and now to the bottom, and here he goes. Now going to try and close in on Bobo, and Dejan Weeks now boxed in right behind Jack Halleck's number 74. Well, right behind him, though, Daniel Day starting to feel the pressure from the 34, but Kev Shear, good run down the backstretch into turn number 3. Bobo Jones, though, going to try and play tough again, and he's going to shut the door and pinch him down the inside. And Kev's just going to be a little bit more patient off of turn number 4. Is now on the back bumper of the number 9. And really, Kev is just so hungry for that win. Bobo's hungry for a win. Both of them similar stories here in the FBRL. In mediocre rides, now propelled themselves in better opportunities. And look where they're running right now, 1 and 2. Jack Halleck, another driver, hasn't really had the best of luck in his FBRL tenure, in a pretty good ride as well. Daniel Day, though, now climbing into the top 5. He is just trying to get around Joseph Strigley finally. And that 42 car starting to come to life in the later stages of this race. Matthew Rodriguez still stuck behind the 22. RJ Bishop had a very good run inside the top 10. Corey Williams starting to move forward as Bradley Bishop Jr. on the other hand, a big contrast to the other drivers. He is falling like a rock out here. Cody Lamas also coming into the picture as well, and Charles Samper and Porkins also reeling themselves within the mid-pack. But there you see Kev and Bobo. They are just gone from the top 3, or really from third on back, excuse me. And Kev gonna make another lunge for the lead. Here he goes down the inside. Bobo's gonna give him a little bit more room this time. And now they're gonna be side by side into turns number 3 and off of 4. Bobo with an excellent run off the corner, and Kev not able to get anything off of it. And Bobo with some great defensive driving is gonna hold on to the lead for the time being. And with the laps winding down, Kev is gonna get more and more desperate. Keep an eye out on third on back. These drivers are starting to clock in faster lap times, and they might have a challenge for the top spots. You can just tell how fast that 0 car is compared to the 9, and now he's gonna have a run down the backstretch once again. Bobo Jones under attack. Kev down to the inside, and he's gonna send it in the corner. Kev, huge dive bomb into turn number 3, gonna try and pull a slide job off of turn number 4, and he's going to be able to make it stick. And Kev Shearer now to the race lead. Just got through Bobo Jones with ease, and Bobo couldn't put much of a fight, but now he's going to try and draft right behind the 0 car once again. And Dejan Weeks with that swift battle, he's going to have to hope that these two to go at it again. And Howard just dropping backwards as well. There's Daniel Days, we know, in 5th. Matthew Rodriguez up to the 6th spot. Keep an eye on him. His car has also come to life at the end of this one. Corey Williams, another driver. A lot of these drivers that are starting to move forwards could be big factors at the end of this one if adjustments go their way in pit stops. And John R., another driver moving forwards. Corey Williams, a big send underneath Joseph Strigley to take 7th away. And here comes Art down to the inside. He's got a really good run for Corey's gonna shut the door on Strigley. And here comes Charles Samper to also come into the mix, battling it out with RJ Bishop, Cody Lamas, Chet Porkins. And there you see Bradley Bishop Jr. just kind of a bystander at this rate. And here, look at Joseph Strigley dive it down the bottom. He went from the top to the bottom right in front of Cody Lamas. And I think Lamas cut him a little bit of slack there. And Strigley very aggressive driving from the number 22. Lamas gonna make it 3 wide. Samper's gonna go through the middle. And Joseph Strigley also stuck in the middle. Corey into the wall. He's gonna go up against the guardrail. And that 14 car is going to lose so much momentum. And for everybody else, that's basically a free spot in that miniature pack. And John Art's going to lead that mini pack, but Charles Samper's car coming to life at the right time. He's making a move to the inside of Joseph Strigley, and the home native looking to give another statement as well. Samper's still got what it takes despite the age not going into his favor, but really, that 46 car is starting to look very good in the long run. The conservative driving that Samper has put on, it's really working into his favor because now he has clocked himself into the top 10. And Corey Williams, despite dragging his car against the wall, he is still within that mini pack of cars as BBJ and Porkins go at it. But there you see Daniel Day, though, closing in on Jack Halleck, though. This is important for this 42 team. It becomes a show if he can catch the top 3. And you saw Baker come down pit road, so we're going to have pit stops in just a few moments as Daniel Day gets past the 74 car. No hassle there, but for Kev Shear, though, he is pulling the gap away from Bobo Jones's number 9 car here. You see Cody Lamas, all these guys in the mid-pack, they were going at it for quite some time. Julio Caesar, a lot of these drivers, though, near the middle of the pack, like further middle, that is, kind of just in a single file line. Haven't really been able to make much moves. Julio Caesar stuck behind Roush. Hart on the outside though. Looks like they're actually going to pit this time. Llamas comes in, Strigley and BBJ, as well as Bobo Jones. So now the question is again, undercut or overcut? Which way will you go? And there you see Jacob Hardee's had a very tough day in that number 05 machine. Kev Shear though staying out on the track for an extra lap. Will he come down this time around is the question. He's going to slow the car down. He's going to bring it in. Smooth entrance there. It looks like Dejan and Day are going to follow as well. Matthew Rodriguez coming in. Corey Williams and RJ Bishop are going to stay out another lap. So they're kind of just following their strategies here. Maybe hoping to spice things up. Maybe with an overcut strategy. Diego Yep is down pit road. He's had a horrible day in that number 77. Blaze McKinney's had a midfield day. There's Lane Sanders down pit road. But let's see here. Bobo Jones going to be out ahead of Jack Halleck by a mile. And Cody Llamas not too far behind that number 74. And there's Joseph Strigley and BBJ. And was it a good stop from the Hydra team? It doesn't really look like that might have been the case because Cody Llamas and the others really caught on to the Pennzoil machine. And that might be a few more spots lost. And debris flying out. That's from RJ Bishop. He might have ran into somebody there. And here he goes with Corey Williams. So they're going to conclude this cycle to be exact. And now it's going to be another big question. Let's see where are the other drivers that pull the overcut strategy. There's Matthew Rodriguez ahead of John Arndt. Daniel Day's not going to beat the 9 car out. Will Dejan beat the number 9 car out? Will he beat Bobo out? No, he will not. But Kev Shear, though, coming off of pit road, going to be a really close race-off between this cycle of cars. And now Bobo up to speed, Kev not so much. And there is the 9 coming into the picture. Bobo will try and pass on the outside group. Will he make a crossover, actually? No, he will not. He will go the long way around on Kev. And Kev actually up to speed a little bit this time around. But Bobo going to try and sidetrack for the race lead. At least the cycled race lead that is. Coming into turn number 1, and Kev gonna hold his ground, the bond defensive style from the flex tape machine. There's Corey Williams coming on out. Oh, that might have been a really good stop from the 14 car because he's gonna be right behind Dejan Weeks' number 1 car. And there's Daniel Day in the 42. Look at Jack Halleck though, he's falling like a rock here. Comes to show you maybe the adjustment's not going in his favor, maybe not so good in the early laps. He's just getting passed left and right by Cody Llamas, John Arndt, Matthew Rodriguez, all of these guys. There's Joseph Strigley as well. Charles Sanford, there's RJ Bishop. I don't think he was as lucky as Corey, but Corey, though, that KR crew really stepped up. But Bobo now making a move to the inside of Kev Shear. This is what Dejan Weeks wants to see. He wants to see these two go at it. And right now, though, this 9 car, they're trying to make the most of it with the undercut strategy. And Kev, though, now on the top. Will Bobo use the 11 as a pick? That's Ryan Acosta in the DoorDash machine, but he goes to the inside, right in front of Bobo Jones. That's not where you want to go, and Bobo's going to have to really now fend off 2 CM cars. He's basically getting ganged up on in this race, and now he's going to go to the inside of Ryan Acosta, and well, that's going to lap that number 11 car by a long shot here, and Bobo Jones now having to defend here with only a handful of laps to go. Corey Williams in 4th, Strigley in the top 5, Daniel Day in 6th, Matthew Rodriguez in 7th, Art 8th, BBJ 9th, and Cody Llamas now trying to take 10th away from Jack Halleck's number 74. And right behind him you see Charles Sanford just in the outskirts of the top 10, Jack Porkins, RJ Bishop, Roush, Brock having a very good stop there in 16th, Caesar 20th, and 17th. Hart, then you got Angel and Jacob Hart, so not too many surprises. Hannah out really falling off a cliff here in that 17 car, trying to make a move on Cole Baker. And you see the rest on down, you see through the leaderboard. Just not the way they want to go. Dejan Weeks, though, now up to the 2nd spot. Just past Kev Shear with ease, and Bobo Jones wants these 2 to go at it, but I think the CM team, they're really trying to think of the big picture here. They want to get that win, so I think they're going to have to cooperate with one another so they can really catch this number 9 car. And speaking of momentum, here it is off of turn number 4. Good run off of 4 by Dejan Weeks. And now a move down at the bottom of the racetrack, side by side for the first spot. And Dejan Weeks with a good run in turn 4. Where did that come from? And that one car is gonna eke out front of that number 9 car, and Bobo's gonna drop back. And Dejan Weeks, that car is a rocket right now. They have found something in that Nationwide Camaro, and then you see Joseph's rigging the gang. They're just all trying to hold each other off. But Dejan Weeks, though, with a lead change late in the race, could this be the game decider? Because right now he is pulling the gap away. Caution's out on the racetrack. That's gonna change everything, as I really just jinxed that. I don't know. Oh, Jack Halleck's car's destroyed. Something amiss with them. A lot of destroyed race cars, and they're all bobbing and weaving. Not sure what happened, but oh, Brock's car's destroyed. Hannah Allen's in it as well. Oh, RJ Bishop and Jacob Hart, the casualties in this crash. And for Dejan Weeks, who just took the lead away, now they're going to have to bunch each other up all over again. And now the big question is, does he have the short run speed to really showcase that CM power? And for everybody else, this is a golden ticket to rob this race away from the fastest cars on the grid. Here's with Halleck here in the 74. We saw him get in the crash, but not sure what happened. You see Porkins get around him. Oh, he blew up. He blew up right in front of RJ Bishop, and they both slammed the outside wall for turn number 2. And then everybody trying to scramble. RJ trying to get the car going, and poor William Brock, no place to go. And then Jacob Hart just pile drives the 71. Hannah out. Oh, what a shot. Into the driver's side door. Vicious hit for Hannah Allen. And that was a massive crash there. A lot of good cars taken out. As a result, we're going to have another angle of that to really see the hits taken by those drivers there. Man, what a shot from Hannah Allen and from William Brock, as well as just Jacob Hart. They just a lot of hard impacts about. And you see Hallett's car just blow up, and RJ Bishop again, innocent bystander. Oh, big lick into the outside wall. And from there on, they're just passengers along for the ride. And all these drivers in the right behind him trying to slow down. You see Roush zoom on by. Hart the same, and William Brock almost got through, just ran into the 71, lifted him off the ground. A big shot there, and RJ just trying to get, by then that car is basically dead and demolished. And you see Jacob Hart, you see Tim Fiegel go through the gap. Same thing as Angel, but Jacob Hart, oh, just head-on hit from the 71 and the 05, and he had slowed down sufficiently, and then Hannah Allen sideswiped the 74, and oh man, what a vicious shot into the driver's side for Hannah Allen. And for the 05 car of Jacob Hart, just a big lick for all these drivers. They all took massive shots into the outside wall and into each other. And you see all these other drivers are just trying to split the gap. A couple drivers just so lucky to not get into that carnage to a further extent, but a big hit for all these drivers in terms of points, momentum, and, well, I'd say the mentality after this one. Riding on board here with Jacob Hart, the pole sitter, running near the mid-pack, and this is his view. He tries to file behind Angel, and they just go last minute, and oh, man. And just another shot there. Hart got some big impacts on the front and the back, and Hannah Allen just a bystander at the end of that one as well. A lot of cars bobbing and weaving through the carnage there, so whew, a lot of near misses. On board with Cole Baker, you see the caution lights are already on, but you're going to see the wreck unravel right in front of him as well. And you just see everybody else splitting through that gap. The hit Hannah Allen took was massive there, but all these drivers able to get out under their own power. Hannah Allen a little bit winded from that impact, but able to get off just fine thanks to the low impact speed. It was still a driver's side hit, but more or less though, Allen able to really climb out. But they just she had to take a little bit of a breather there, but man, what a view for Cole Baker, and for all these other drivers though, an opportunity to take advantage and go for that W. We're going to be having ourselves a 3-lap shootout. Dejan Weeks in car number 1 took the lead away from Bobo Jones, and then you have Shear in third. Lap car Ryan Acosta files in right behind Corey, really right in front of Corey Williams. Joseph Strigley in 5th, Art 6th, Rodriguez 7th, Day 8th, Bishop Jr. 9th, and Charles Sanford your top 10. Pace car is in pit road. Dejan Weeks will lead the field down, and for a short shootout they're gonna go. Green flag back in the air, and Weeks now gonna have to be on the defensive. Bobo Jones gonna look to the top side. Cheers gonna go down the bottom, and here goes the 0 already making a move early on. And here Corey Williams getting really shuffled out of line. John Art really used him as a pick, and Corey's falling back slowly but surely, and his shot is most likely over. Charles Sanford looking to make it 3 wide on the 14 and the 42, but Matthew Rodriguez has been on the climb. Look at that 20 car go. Dejan Weeks now in the lead. Teammate Kev Shear in 2nd, but the Rodriguez duo in 3rd and 4th. Bobo Jones in the 9, now on the back bumper of Kev. Gonna make a move down the inside with 2 to go. Bobo Jones super aggressive here, and that's what you've gotta do. He's gotta run into turn number 1. Rodriguez, will he be able to clear Kev? If he wants to have a shot, he's gonna do so. Joseph Strigley gonna try and follow right behind. And now the Toyota's starting to move forwards here. Bobo Jones has now got to set up Dejan Weeks, and Matthew Rodriguez is a teammate and owner that could really help. Here they come off of turn number 4. Bobo Jones excellent off the corner. He's got to run. Here they come down the front stretch. The white flag is going to fly. 1 more lap to go here at California. Jones down at the bottom. Rodriguez as well, pushing his teammate forwards. Into turn number 1 they're gonna go. Bobo overdrives the corner. Here comes Matt Rod down on the inside, and now he's got the top spot. Bobo Jones though gonna try and fight back, and this is a perfect opportunity for Rodriguez as an owner and the driver to have his teammates side by side down the backstretch. And Bobo backs off into the corner. Matthew Rodriguez though was nowhere in this race, just leering into the top 10, and on a restart that mattered most, comes off turn number 4 to rob the race away. Matthew Rodriguez is gonna win here at Auto Club and is a Hardee's National Series winner. What a turn of events here. Matthew Rodriguez from 7th all the way up to the lead with a span of 3 laps. Phenomenal job there, and it's a Rodriguez Racing 1-2. Bobo Jones ends up 2nd, and I know he's gonna be beating himself up a little bit after this one. What could have been for the JBL machine, but I think Matthew Rodriguez, regardless, will be still proud of him, and I think he knows that that 9 team, they've got what it takes to win races, and at the end of the day, that's going to matter the most. Kev Shear just short ends up 3rd. Dejan Weeks, or actually not 3rd, but 4th, excuse me. Dejan Weeks ends up in 3rd. John Art's going to end up in 5th. As a result, Joseph Strigley 6th. Charles Sanford, great up for him in 7th. Cody Lamas 8th, Hart 9th, no Hart that is, and Bradley Bishop Jr. rounding out your top 10. And we saw, I think Cal Farrell and Tip Foster, I think they had issues or something with fuel, and that's why they're so far back. Where on earth did they finish? They didn't finish too well, didn't they? No, they did not. 35th and 36th, so yikes. But man, what a turn of events here at Auto Club. It came down to a late caution and a late restart, and what looked to be Dejan Weeks' race to win, him and Kev Shear, it all went up in smoke at the end because Matthew Rodriguez and Bobo Jones stole it away, and Matt Rod ended up on top. Congratulations to the Rodriguez Racing organization. They are proving that they are going to defend that championship with all their might, and right this season they have shown that speed for a reason. A team to be reckoned with, and with Toyota on an upswing here in the Hardee's National Series, they could be the dominant make, and perhaps the ones to stop the Chevrolet domination. So far, so good for them, with Brandon Cresta away in Daytona. Cresta not doing too hot in this race. The points are going to shuffle up quite a lot. And with Matt Rod's win, Bobo Jones, I think Bobo actually might come off as the points leader. But enough of me monologuing here. Thank you all for watching this round of Auto Club. A lot of action within the lead pack, mid pack, and at one point the back half of the field, but at the end of the day, we saw some great action. And a Cup guy stealing it away here. Matthew Rodriguez is going to be on a mission to go for that W on Sunday in the Sony Cup Series. Congrats, Matt Rod. we'll take you to the rest of the race results as we'll take you to Las Vegas next week for some more Hardee's action.